I think of erasers as a wonderful tool and don't like to think about it in the context of that old eraser that used to be at the end of our pencil, and every time we made a mistake we had to correct it. These are just fabulous tools, and if we use them right, we won't damage the paper, and if we use the right one in the right conditions, it'll be just the ticket. So one of the first things is very common, you probably are familiar with this, but it's the kneaded eraser. It's a soft rubber, and you can actually mold it into a form, which is really good. And I want you to really be careful to utilize this eraser and actually form it just the way I'm talking about, because there is going to be some wonderful advantages to this eraser. Sometimes they're a little cool, and so you want to warm them up so that they're more pliable. And as you mold it, I would like you to be able to mold it into somewhat of a teardrop. So I want this to be as round as you can get it without a lot of folds. Try to go ahead and just take a little time to get it the way you need it. And I want this to be very round. And I want this to be pointed. And I'll show you later exactly how we use these, but this is a wonderful, wonderful tool. This is a dry eraser pad, and it's something that I got used to using years ago for drafting purposes. And so I want to be able to show you a little bit about this eraser, in that it's full of fragmented eraser inside. Now this is a fabric just like a bean bag or whatever, but it has some weave to it, and if I work this thing you'll start seeing that it's actually going to drop on my paper here, but you'll start seeing little fragments of that eraser start working its way through the material. As soon as that has come through, I want you to be able to put your finger in the middle, and you'll see how I'm holding each end, and again I'm coming up with this round surface so that I can come in here and vignette edges, cut back on maybe a little dark value that I got carried away with, and sometimes just smoothing things out. But it will take off less than your kneaded eraser, and it's just the trick when you need it. Then I'm going to go ahead and tell you that these are harder and harder to find. It's something, again, that I got used to as a draftsman, and I know, again, that they're starting to disappear because drafting is going so electronic with CAD and everything. But I want you to be able to at least know about it, and you can do without it, but it is a great eraser also for being very precise with maybe just a dot or something. And we can even repair a few things that the damage on the paper or something once in a while, and there's a lot of very specific purposes for this. This is an electric eraser that when you hold it, some people are a little confused. Sometimes people think it's just going to wiggle or something. But this eraser actually spins just like a drill or a Dremel. And it has a long strip in here. This one's a little short, but this is what it looks like before you put it into the machine. And then I go ahead and get this point by sharpening it on an emery board. And so I'll come in here and I'll run the eraser and just run it back and forth until I've developed this point. So this is an electric eraser. There are other brands. You cannot find this one anymore. I wish I had one of the other brands right here to show you. But Konor and Stadler and some of these erasers are good. I would like you, if you did want to go ahead and purchase one, they're not cheap, but they will last you for a long time if you're careful. And I would encourage you not to get the kind with the bigger motor on the back end here. It's not balanced quite as nice. Get one that's as ergonomically formed for your hand as possible, so again you can use it somewhat like a pencil. There are some very small ones that have little cap erasers in a cap that you insert, and even though it's better than nothing in some cases, I would still suggest that you stay away from those because it restricts you quite a bit.